Welcome back to Who on a Life Sentence. I thank y'all for tapping in with me, spending a little time. As y'all know, it's always a pleasure. Please like and subscribe, share the video. I always put my cash up on there. Feel free to hit it up. If not, just enjoy the story. And I'm gonna be honest. I was just kind of feeling this one tonight, man. I want to, a lot of time I tell y'all about my experiences. I want to tell y'all about this guy named Travis Glover. A jury found Travis Central Glover guilty of the malice murder of Willie Alexander. The trial court entered judgment of conviction on that guilty verdict and sentenced Glover to life imprisonment. A motion for new trial was denied almost 11 years after it was filed, and Glover appeals. Construed most strongly in support of the verdict, the evidence, including the testimony of eyewitnesses, shows that Glover, who had just argued with a young woman about an alleged love affair with someone else, approached the victim as he walked down the street and asked him for a cigarette. When the victim said that he did not have one, Glover began chasing and shooting the unarmed victim. While the victim lay on the ground bleeding, Glover cursed him, continued to shoot him, and kicked him. Glover then fled, and the victim died of 7 gunshot wounds from the same gun. Glover later admitted to one of the witnesses that he had shot the victim because he was mad. The evidence was sufficient to enable a rational trier of fact to find beyond a reasonable doubt that Glover was guilty of murder. God damn, I feel like my ears popping. What's that sensation? Now, reason why I'm telling about Travis is because, through my whole 9-year prison sentence, I ain't have many guys that I would consider an enemy, but this was one of them. This probably was the main one. In my heart, this dude is evil. He was evil then. I still think he evil now. I don't think people can change that far, not when it's that deep rooted. I think he evil now. But the last time I checked, someone told me he had converted to Muslim and he was a real devout Muslim. And not only that, but he had been let out of prison. So, boom, when I come into Alto, they take me to dorm 16. Dorm 16 was called extended juveniles. So in a juvenile dorm, you could be 15 and under. In the extended juveniles, in juvenile, you could be 16 and under. In the extended juveniles, everybody was 17 years old. And then after that, you go to general population, 18 and older. So everybody that was in extended juvenile was 17 years old. We were in C16. When I come to Alto, they send me to C16 with the 17-year-old. It's all good. So my brother was already GD, and I guess you got some more guys around the dorm that were GD, and they were already had some kind of structure or whatever they had going on. But this is my brother. He really my best friend. This is my best friend from the county. So, and at this point, it's all my people making all the noise in prison. We ain't have to watch out for no predators or nothing because we were the ones terrorizing people. My people they were the problem. So one day the GD's having a meeting, and when I look in the window, I can see that, my best friend is at the GD meeting. So I open the door and they having a meeting in one of the rooms that that had nobody assigned in them. So the room was abandoned and nobody should have been in it. But we had done broke all the locks in all the rooms, so you couldn't lock none of the doors. It was an open dorm, but even an open dorm had they were rooms. It's built like a dormitory. It's a hallway in the middle, and then there are rooms off to the side. But when you go in the room, it's just bunks everywhere. So they having a meeting down in an abandoned room. When I see my folk in there, I open the door. I go in. The nigga Travis see me, and as soon as he see me, he like ball up his face and bark an order at me like, "Hey nigga, we having a meeting." So I'm looking at this nigga, and I ain't really appreciating how he talking to me. Plus, you can't tell me to get out no motherfucking well. So I'm just looking at this nigga and we mugging each other. So nigga like, man, get the fuck out. Bruh, this shit set me on fire. Now, I ain't saying that because there's so many niggas over there, but my folk over there, he looking at me too. But I really want to pop off on this nigga because he the one talking shit, but he talking shit real strong behind these niggas, right? So I ain't saying nothing. And then my folks say, "Hey, bro, give me a minute, man. I'm finna come out there." I'm like, cool. So when he asked me, I turn around and I walk out the room. So this is the beginning of me not liking this fuck nigga. That was the very first brick thrown. So it's established. I don't like him, he don't like me. Man, we in that thing one day. I don't know what we doing, but we in the palace of one. I done already told y'all we had the rooms named the palace and the dungeon. Those were the main two rooms. Man, we in the palace just chilling. We wasn't doing nothing. I can't remember what we were doing. It was always something going on, whether it was gambling, fighting, wrestling, working out, just always something going on. It was never dead, right? Man, we standing in the room and just from nowhere, I just remember being shook because the door bust open. Boom! The door from the hallway to the room, the door bust open. Boom! Everybody looked to see what's going on. When the door busts open, okay, so boom, I done forgot. I done left out a part of the story. Earlier in that week, some new guys had came in. I was new myself, but some new guys came with me. Two of them were from Macon. One of the name keep coming, but it keep leaving. But one of them was real ugly. Looked like almost like a deformity, but it wasn't. Nigga was just real ugly. And they were calling him Can't Get Right. And then he had this other nigga he was from Macon, but he was just soft as hell. And, ain't no telling what he had done, but he was soft as cotton. And, that was a bad look against the guys from Macon that were down there, and basically they wasn't going for it. So, and the rule was down there, if anybody called you out, if anybody asked you for one, meaning if anybody wanted to fight you, there was no such thing as turning it down or backing down. You had to go. It was not an option, right? You win, lose, or draw, you fight. So it ended up coming out earlier, and I can't remember exactly what had happened, but the Can't Get Right nigga, somebody was, getting at him, and he was holding it down because it was people used to go to the store. We had a store day, and that was on store day, it was always gonna be some drama. It was always, especially if you was new, it was gonna be some shit getting stole, some getting took. It was always some drama. Whatever had happened, Can't Get Right had passed his test, but the other little soft dude didn't. I can't remember his name. He was black as hell, but he was just soft. He was just soft, man. And man, we was just in the room chilling, probably on a Saturday night. They couldn't lock us down. Man, the door just bust open. Boom! We all look to see what's going on. Travis walk in and just throw the other boy from making the soft ass nigga. He just throw him in the, we call it the yoke, and it's a chokehold. He throw his hands behind it, and I'm talking about he choking the shit out of him. He got him like this. I mean, the boy tapping. You know, he don't know if it's a joke or it's serious. He tapping like this. Travis just choking him even more harder. I look, Travis done picked the boy off his feet, steady choking him. Now he going from back and forth. Man, Travis do that for about a minute or so. The boy end up going slump all the way in Travis' arms. When he went slump in Travis' arms, Travis just dropped the boy and let the boy head fall in between the fucking bed and the wall. And I mean, his hands, nothing caught him. He was unconscious. He just fell straight down with his head in between the bed and the wall. Boom. Man, the whole time this is happening about 3 feet from me. And I'm just looking. Nobody moved to help him. Nobody moved to save him. Nobody moved to do anything because, you know, down there in a situation like that, you mind your business. Plus, you can easily see that this is a Macon issue. This ain't got nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? You know, we used to look out for our Atlanta partners, but this some Macon shit going on. Soon as Travis dropped the boy hit his head and he went. Travis just walked out the room, never said a word. Just never said a word. Like I said, later on we find out that it was because, you know, he had went out bad. That was a total no-no. You don't go out bad. If anybody steal from you, it's a fight and it gotta be a beat down. If anybody challenge you, you gotta fight. If anybody call you out your name, you gotta fight. None of this stuff you can let pass in prison. And if you do, it'll lead to you getting, well, it just can lead to a whole list of bad things. This is like one of the ways I taught myself to have absolutely zero tolerance for nothing. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. This is just the beginning of how I got this arch enemy, this nigga that I don't like, Travis Glover. All right, y'all tap the like button, subscribe. I'll catch y'all later.